We present a demo of the Zodiac routing protocol as a part of the Nebula Future Internet Architecture project. Here you can see in the background the topology consisting of 6 nodes on a local cluster. We start by setting up the icing click routers. These constitute realms in icing. Each icing router runs the Stevens experiment and gets its own IP address, that is a local IP address. In the next step, we give the topology to each of the click routers. The click routers listen on a particular port for the topology. This topology is stored in icing and static files. You can see over here that each router gets its own IP address. As the next step, we start the consent server responsible for each of the realms. These consent servers are responsible for creating the proof of consent. Each of the nodes are connected to the DB cluster 10, which constitutes the path broker. This path broker is responsible for path computation and gathering of consent. We start the path broker and we start each of the nodes running a local Zodiac instance. The nodes get the topology information from the consent server and the computation is triggered using ND-log rules at the path broker. You can see over here that the communication is done using pipes and the triples are sent, and each triple has the form of previous, current and next node identifier. To start the communication over icing, we SSH into DB cluster 11 and DB cluster 13. These two nodes are connected through 3 paths and 3 node disjoint paths. So we set up a static route between these 2 nodes using a kernel ton device. So we use the Unix root command to add a host into the routing table with a particular IP address that represents icing. So you can see over here that we use the IP address of DB cluster 13 on DB cluster 11, and we can see the routing table to see that there is a static route now established to DB cluster 13 from DB cluster 11. We follow the same procedure on DB cluster 13 to have a static route to DB cluster 11. So we use the root command again in order to set up this route. As a next step, to see how the computation proceeds, we try and ping DB cluster 13 from DB cluster 11. This triggers a number of ND-log rules at the Zodiac instance that is responsible for DB cluster 11. The path broker computes each of the paths and gathers the consent from all the nodes on the path. 4 disjoint paths were requested. Up to a maximum of 4 disjoint paths were requested and 3 were returned with the consent from each of the nodes on the path. You can see the computation and the triggered ND-log rules in the traces that are being shown. The computation happens very fast and it does not compromise on efficiency of the protocol. Next, we try to demo by streaming a video from DB cluster 13 on DB cluster 11. We do it through X11 forwarding by SSHing into DB cluster 13 and running the cat command to transmit the video over SSH to DB cluster 11 and piping that video into the VLC media player. You can see the data being transferred over icing. Each of the icing nodes switches paths between the 3 paths that it received to transmit the data. In order to demonstrate the efficiency and the robustness achieved by using multipath routing, we try and remove nodes from the network. So we kill the DB cluster 16 node and see that the video still plays without interruptions. We also try and switch off node 14, that is DB cluster 14, in order to see if that affects the video. We can clearly see that the video is not disrupted. If we start the DB cluster 16 again and give it the topology information, the video continues to play. So in essence, we have demonstrated that the multipath routing protocol can be used to assure availability and high reliability. Thank you.